Hi, my name is David, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to use Canva to create a multicolor design that you will print using Little Ghost, all the color toners, the black toner and the white toner in 2 passes. Little Ghost is a white toner transfer printer that you can use to transfer designs to textiles, but also to print on colored and white media. Little Ghost either uses a white toner cartridge for printing white or the black, cyan, magenta and yellow toner cartridge for printing color. If you need to print a design that uses colors and that needs the black for correct color representation, you will have to print 2 passes. In the first pass you will print using the black toner cartridge and the color toners, and in the second pass you will just use the white toner to print your whites in the background. This is particularly important in transfer for 2 reasons. First, you will need the white background to have correct color representation in multicolor designs that uses halftones, like this design here. And you will need the white background on halftones, the white toner layer on the halftones in the background, to have the glue from the B paper in the transfer process adhere correctly to the toner. All you need for this is, of course, a cotton bag or a sample that you want to print on. You need a Canva account that you can use. You will need our laser dark A foil and the B paper Pro or the regular B paper, some matte finish papers, some standard copy papers, maybe a cloth and the scissors, and you will need a heat press. That can be a standard clamshell heat press, but also a swing away, whatever you have. You can get good heat presses at Ghost White Toner. You can just buy them in our online shop, same as, of course, our new generation Little Ghost, or a printer that you might have where we do have a white toner cartridge. We have white toner cartridges available for many printers, so just head over to www.ghost-white-toner.com and check out if it's available for yours. I will head over to the screen and show you the designs and how I'm doing it in Canva. You can see my design here on the screen. In Canva we're using an apparel design. That's one of Canva's fantastic templates. And all you have to do now is you just have to duplicate this page. So I'll just duplicate this page. And in the design you can see that we've got multiple colors and a lot of halftones, like these light browns here and these turquoise and light bluish tones here. And these tones will not print correctly when we're just using the white and the cyan, magenta and yellow cartridge. So we will have to print this part first using the black and the color toners to get correct color representation. Once I've duplicated my page, I will just click on this image, and Canva makes it super easy for me to turn this into a black filled layer, which I can use for underprint. So I will go to Edit Photo, and then I'm going to the Effects tab, and I'm using a duotone, and I'm selecting Custom here, and then I've got settings for my highlights and my shadows, and I'm going to make these all full black. It's important that it shows the hashtag 000000, because like this it looks like black, but as you see it's not a perfect black. It needs to be a correct black, so the 0 hashtag. Once I've done this, you can see that my image has turned black completely. So this will be my white layer. So all my typo here will be white, and this will be the white backing for my butterfly. So I'll just have to move up to my original file, and I will delete all the other white areas. I can do that by using this button here, or by just clicking on them and hitting the delete key on my keyboard. And now, as you can see, I've got 2 files. This will be the first print using the black and the color toners, and that will be the second print on the same A foil, just using the white toner. So I will now head over to the printer and print both pages for you. So before I send the job to the printer, there's 2 things I gotta do. First, I open the toner cartridge tray, I pull it out, and I check that I've got the black toner installed for the first pass of my double pass print. Then I'm pulling that back in, close the printer, and I'm using the bottom tray, and I'm inserting the A foil with the matte side or the scratchy side. You can test that on one of the corners facing up. That's the side you want your print to be printed on. Once you've done that, you're ready to send the print to the printer. Regarding the print settings, there's nothing you have to change from previous versions of Little Ghost, so just head over to one of our multiple videos where we're explaining in depth how to make the correct settings for the A-foil, so you would just have to print the same settings for this. As you can see, the print pops out of the printer right quickly, and you can see now that all the colors have been printed. And that's the back side, that's the actual printed side. And now I'm going to reinsert my A-foil. Just open the paper tray and reinsert in the same direction. I made the scratch on the top here so I know where the top is. And I reinsert it into the printer, make sure it aligns well with the paper tray. And then I'm going to close it. Next step is I'll open up the toner tray, pull out the toners, take the black toner out and put the Ghost White toner in. The printer will automatically clean and initialize itself. That might take a few seconds, but then you're good to go. There's nothing more for you to do. Now I can send the second file, the second pass to the printer. That pass consists of all my typo in this design and of course of the white background for the color butterfly. The settings I will use here are the same, just regular for the A-foil. The only thing is I will set the printer to grayscale printing because that will ensure that only the black spot where the white toner sits is used and we get a perfect and pure white print. Same as here, the print comes out of the printer, registers quite well with the colors, and now you can see that we've got a nice white background all over the color layer, and this background will help the glue of the B paper adhere. I have preheated my heat press to 160 degrees Celsius, and I will put the A-foil down with the printed side facing up. I cover everything with our new B Paper Pro with enhanced washability and better stretch, and I have the printed side of course facing up so that the coated side is facing down. I cover everything with a couple sheets of standard copy paper and I will press for 2 minutes at 160 degrees. Once the time is up, I open up the heat press, I remove the copy paper, and I will use a cloth to quickly wipe over the design, and then I will start from one edge of the design to peel the B paper. I will do that on the hot platen, and as you can see, the glue has adhered to the toner print. It peels off quite nicely. Keep peeling in a smooth and constant motion. You can slow down a little bit at the edges, and you will see that the A-foil kind of lifts off automatically. And there you go. As you can see, the indentation on the B paper shows that the glue, the adhesive, has been taken on by the toner. You can also feel that if you just touch the backside of your print now, it feels kind of sticky, so that's, you know, the glue is there. I will use scissors to quickly cut around the outline of my design, because sometimes it happens that an indentation of the B paper adheres to the side of the A-foil, and we don't want to transfer that. We have a video, if that ever happens to you, that shows you the solution to that problem without having to redo your whole print. So we will link that video in the description below. Now we're ready to go onto the textile. I have a 100% cotton bag here. Remember, you can use the A-foil for multiple medias such as felt, leather, silk, so it works on various different medias. I'm going to quickly pre-press my textile to make sure that any moisture lifts off the textile and that it's also flattened out nicely for my transfer process. Once I've done that, I'm going to use a sticky lid roller to quickly remove anything that might be on my garment, because after the transfer, anything on the garment will be married to it permanently. Now I can place my design. I can easily do that because the A sheet is transparent. Once done, I cover everything up with a sheet of matte finish paper, and I'm going to press for 30 seconds for this cotton bag. The temperature will be the same as I've been using for the AB transfer. Depending on the fabric that you use, you can just vary your final pressing temperature so that you can go on sensitive materials with temperatures down to 120 degrees, such as silk. Once the time is up again, I open my heat press and I'm going to let the design cool down completely before I remove the A-sheet. I have to wait until the design is really cool to the touch. Once the design is cool to the touch, you can start peeling the A-foil of your textile. For this, I recommend to fold over the A-foil at one of the edges and then apply some pressure with your hands. You can also use the palm of your hand and peel over the design in a smooth and constant motion. You can see that it comes off with a shiny finish. Just peel all the way through your design so that you get a nice and clean transfer of all the letters, all the fine lines. This is one of the great features of the A-foil. You can see that we've got quite a shiny finish here. We're going to use our matte finish paper again to get a matte finish of this design. This step is crucial for the washability of your garment. So finish press with 15 to 20 seconds or something on cotton will ensure that you get a nice matte design, a great touch feeling, and also good washability of your textile. Then you remove the matte finish paper and you can see that we get a really nice finish, and it's really nice to the touch as well, and it's now permanently adhered to your textile. This is how easy it is to use the design tool Canva, which we love so much, to make a multicolor design and printing it in 2 passes using the black, cyan, magenta and yellow toner, and in a second pass using the white toner. It gives you full color creativity plus white for your textile designing. If you liked the video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel below. Activate the bell to get notified if we put out new videos. For today I say thanks for watching and see you next time.